What is up, everybody? So today I'm going to be restoring these Jordan 4 Motorsports that I got off of the Mercari app. I ended up paying anywhere between $30 to $34. You can see the shoe's really beat, has a bunch of scuff marks on the back and the heel area. Just needed a whole repainting in general, bunch of wrinkles, and I figured it would be a great restoration project to, kind of focus on. I went ahead and threw the insoles that the shoe came with already just away. Them shit stank, so I even washed them and everything and tried to, get rid of the odor, but that didn't work. So it had a pretty bad stain on the tongue, so I hit it with some OxiClean, let it soak really good, and then I hit it with the soft and the medium bristle brush to really get in there and get that stain out. Here I was just giving the shoe a good wipe. I mean, you could already tell just by looking at it that sometimes the shoe just needs a really good cleanup, but unfortunately this shoe did have a lot of scuff marks and scratches. There was a part in the midsole area that was kind of cracked, so I had to use some leather filler repair to patch that up. For the soles, I'm using a stiff bristle brush, and for the midsoles, just kind of working my way in there, trying to get all that dirt and grime out the best I can. For the shoelaces, I kind of just let them soak in the solution that I'm using. As far as for the wrinkles, I busted out my Cricut. It's a little small iron, really comes in clutch when you want to get these wrinkles out. I put it on the medium setting. I used to do high, but I feel like medium works really well. And just focus on the shoe. The shoe had a lot of wrinkles in the toe box area, some on the side, and I know it has some on the heel area. So just kind of work your way in there. You don't want to keep the iron on there for too long. Then you might damage the leather or whatever other kind of material you're working with. And these were the results afterwards. You can still see some wrinkles in it, but compared to how the shoe was when I first got them, they were kind of curled up in the toe box area. They look like like elf shoes, kind of pointing up towards the sky. Now they kind of have their form back, so I'm happy. Okay, now so here I'm gonna focus on painting the uppers of the shoe. It's all white, so I want to go ahead and tape off the areas that I don't want paint getting onto. So in this part, it's the midsoles where it has that black line. Just make sure you take your time with this because prep work is crucial when it comes to your final results. The kind of tape that you use also has a lot to do with it. Obviously, stay away from duct tape. We all should know that by now. It's super adhesive. It'll rip the paint right off if you try to peel it off. Stick to masking tape, the blue one. I have a bunch of different types of tapes in my collection. You can, I hear Frog's tape is really good. Me personally, I've never tried it, but you can get that off of Amazon as well. So just make sure that the line that separates the area that you're painting to the area you want to protect is super crispy. I kind of use my fingernail and just kind of run it across the edge of the area. That way the tape kind of folds into the shoe a little bit, and it gives me some pretty good results at the end. So this is the shoe after I got the midsole completely taped off. That area that I taped off has a lot of blue and black in it, so I really don't want that white paint to get on it. This is the other type of tape that I was telling you guys about that you can use if you have it, whatever floats your boat. I use it in this case because it's a lot wider, so I ended up putting that on the back, on the heel tab, used a little X-Acto knife to cut out the shape of it. For this next step, I focused on specific spots on the shoe that I needed to hit with the sandpaper. I believe I started with 400 grit sandpaper, and then eventually I ended up going up to 600, then 800, then 1,000, and then I think I stopped at 1,200. Just something to keep in mind to make sure that you get all that, material really smoothed out and prepped for paint. For this next step, I applied some deglazer to the uppers. It's very, very strong. It kind of removes the factory finish on the shoe and kind of strips away a little bit of that paint. So I ended up using a small little even coat around the whole shoe, and once I applied it, I resanded it to kind of smooth everything out and prep it for paint. For the uppers, I used Angelus flat white acrylic leather paint. You want to go ahead and apply this in even small coats, and I usually use a little heat gun to kind of speed up the drying process. Once I was done with my first coat, I ended up using the heat gun like I was telling you, and you can actually see when the coat of paint that you just applied is dry. It goes from being really shiny, and as you hit it with the heat gun, it kind of just dries out, and that's when you kind of know that it's ready for the next coat. So here's the shoe once I was done applying the white paint on the uppers. It took about 5 to 6 coats. It could have been, honestly, it could have been fine with just 5, but I gave it a 6 just to be sure. And yeah, uppers look a lot better. No more scuff marks. It got rid of all the scratches and whatnot. I basically repeated the same steps as I did for the uppers for the midsoles. The black on these shoes wasn't too bad. It had a bunch of little scratch marks and scuffs here and there. So all I really did was just sand it down and then apply that deglazer on it, and then it was ready for the painting. It took about 4 to 5 coats on the midsole for me to actually be happy with them. You can see here they look a lot better. And once I was done removing the paint on the midsoles, I ended up hitting the whole shoe in Angelus acrylic finisher. Honestly, they came out way too shiny for my liking, so I ended up having to sand them down and just used regular Mod Podge. Mod Podge gave it that nice matte finish on the uppers at least, and I did use the Angelus acrylic finisher on the midsoles to kind of give it more of a shiny look. So just keep that in mind if you're going to apply some acrylic finisher to seal off your paint. Make sure it's matte finished, and I would go with Mod Podge for the top. These are the end results. Honestly, I am happy for them being $35 beaters. You know, obviously there's more people out there that are way better, but me personally, I'm gonna rock the hell out of them, and I couldn't be happier. Let me know what you guys think. Peace.